Hi everyone, it's Holly from Happily Ever After here, and I'm going to show you a really cool tool that you can use in your classroom or during your computer time for your students. It's called Symbaloo, symbaloo.com, if you notice up here on my computer at the top of the screen. This is what your computer is going to look like when you go to symbaloo.com. Now what you're going to have to do is you're going to need to set up an account or sign in, and that's just over here. I'm already all signed in, and this is what it's going to look like. Now, the purpose of this is to make it a lot easier for your students to be able to come to this screen and be able to click and just go to the websites that they're interested in instead of having to type in all the URLs and take up a lot of the time, especially if they're in the earlier years. Now, I know there's a lot of things on here like Best Buy and Air Canada that maybe you're probably not going to be doing at school, or maybe you don't really want your students to be playing on. So what you can do if there's things on here that you're not very much interested in is you can take TD Bank, drag it, and you can remove it. Same with all the ones that you don't really want. If I don't really want my students playing with any of this stuff, it's going to A, waste time, and B, be a distraction from the things that they could be doing. Now, once you have all the things removed that you want to remove, what you can do is you can assign each little tab, each one of these little tabs to a website. Now, oh man, I don't know what websites I want to use. I'm going to show you one that I really like for my students. It's called teachyourmonstertoread.com. Type it in, teachyourmonstertoread.com, and this is what it's going to look like. This is a really fun website for your students. When you sign in as a teacher, you can make each of your students an account, and then you can watch to see how they're doing. Now, if you look over here, I'll show you really quickly. It'll open up a file with all of my students' records on it for how they did with each blend, each digraph, each alphabet sound, everything that they've been doing on this game. It's kind of awesome. It'll also give you posters for your kids. They get to create a monster and just teach them all the different ways of how to read. It's amazing. My students absolutely love it. And they were in grade 2 and 3 this past year. So if you have students around that age, they'll probably love it too. Now, you can copy this link, and over here, when you clicked on this, add a new tile, this little sidebar over here is going to come up. Create a tile. Now you're going to want to put in your website, and I'm going to, it already says Teach Your Monster to Read. But we don't want the sign in part. I'm going to just delete that. To read. And maybe you want the background of this tile to be green. Maybe you want all your reading tiles to be green. Maybe you want all your math tiles to be yellow. Maybe you want all your writing tiles to be orange. It's completely up to you. You can do it however you want. You can also upload an image, so if you want something exactly specific to that website, you can. This is one that is generated from that website, but it's not a very good image, so it's up to you how you want your icons to look. Now, once you save it, it's going to pop up over here, and then whenever you are on your computer at your school and your kids want to go to this, you can have it set so that this right here, this little button right here, will set it as your home page. Whenever you click on that Chrome button or Safari or whatever you use, it'll just automatically open. It has Google right on it, which is amazing, so if they need to Google something, they don't need to go to Google, they can do it right from here. Or if they want to go to Teach Your Monster to Read, they can also go right to Teach Your Monster to Read. Now, if you give your students an account, all they'll have to do is sign in with their username and password at the top and go to their page where they get to teach their monsters to read. Now, okay, maybe you're new to teaching and you don't really have a lot of websites under your belt yet that they're go-to websites. Now, here's the really cool thing about Symbaloo, is if you aren't really sure of what you want to have, you can go over here, click on this little menu bar over here, go to Add a Web Mix. Now, if you want something for math, you can type in search. You can make it more specific, like grade 3 math, whatever you want. And it's going to bring you all these different web mixes of all these different math sites that all these other people already created. There's pages and pages of them. Now, if you look right here, we'll go to brain stretchers. We're just going to view this web mixer right now just to see if it's something that we're looking for. Now, let's check it out. We'll click on this base 10 math. Let's see if this is something we want for our students. Let's see. Oh, it wants me to make 43 blocks. So I'm going to move 43 blocks over. Now you can think of if this is a good age level for your students, or not a very good age level for your students. And then you can leave it on there based on that. Now, if you like it, click on Add this web mix. It's going to take this and it's going to add this to your very top little bar of pages. So right here was my home page. This is the one that I already edited. There's a new one that's built right in, but maybe you don't want your kids to even have that. Maybe you do. Maybe you have an upper level class and you want them to have all the news they can lay their eyes on. It's up to you, but if there's something that you don't like up here, or if you realize it's too hard or too easy or it's just not something you're really looking for, you can just simply X it off and it's gone. Now, if this website, same thing with this web mix, if you like it, keep it. If you don't, you can just click it off, okay? Now, this is an awesome way for your students to be able to just go on the computer and go to where they need to go immediately. It's also good if they're doing a research project and they found a really good page, you could name each of these pages after your students right here. Add an empty web mix. Maybe I'm going to make one for my student named Holly. And I'm going to add this, and every time Holly goes on the internet and she finds things for her animal research project that she's going to Google, maybe zebra food. Wants to know what zebras eat. Maybe she's going to find some really good pages on what zebras eat right here. Oh look, what do zebras eat? And this is a page that she's going to want. Now what she can do is she can just copy this website and take it back over here. She's going to add a web mix and she's going to paste it in there, and maybe she'll make it green because that'll be the symbol for what zebras eat. You can also choose an icon over here. So if you're doing an animal project, maybe you want it to look like not really very many animals. We'll just do, there we go, we'll do this little thing. We'll put it on there. And then you got to make sure though you have something in there that will, look, you can move them around too. Right here. Anyway, so that's that. Anyway, I hope you found this useful. I hope that you find something on here that you'll be able to use in your classroom. If you have any questions, you can send me an email at holly@happilyeverafter.com. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks, guys. Bye.